IG wasn't playing games. Y'all hopped on there real fast. All right, now that it looks like we got everything up and running, up and rolling. As I always say, come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10, because this is the Floating Yogis Book Club, and we're about to go in. Yes, we're about to go in, get a little bit of knowledge, a little intellectual knowledge. We got the existential knowledge, the experiential knowledge here on Thursday. So in case you did not know what to do, come on through, invite about 2, and then times that by 5, and tell them to bring their cell phone in, because we making it happen. All right, I think I'm done inviting people. That was like 20 folk. So let's see. Some of the people who help me be me, help me do what I do. My guy Yogi, he's part of the crew. He might not be here, but you can still come through to the Zoom room. So if you want to be a part of the Zoom room, I encourage you to send me a message, or preferably go to the website, floatingyogi.com. Book an experience. We got the Floating Yogis Book Club. Check it out. It'll send you the Zoom link to your email. You'll be able to hop on that thing, make things move and shake. Another thing that we're offering is a way to stay accountable for your movement and meditation and breathwork practice. If that matters to you, if you want someone in your corner kind of cheering you on, hello, come to the the UE stories on Instagram, meditate, vote, and share for your entry into the monthly giveaway, and for your acknowledgement that, I'm part of the growth gang. I'm here for this. I'm not trying to BS on my greatness. And I'd also like to give a special thanks to Lifeform. We got the monthly sponsor, Lifeform. This is Jumi's mat. I ain't gonna hold you. This is Jumi's mat right here. But we got Lifeform sponsoring this month's
Your Giants.
Yogi. So yeah, and she just about made it off of this one. She about the size of this one, maybe a little bit bigger. So we gotta get a new mat. We gotta get her a new mat. You hear that, Lifeform? We gotta get little baby Junes a new yoga mat, a baby yoga mat. Make it nice, small, and cute. Everybody gonna love it. She will do. All right, what else we got going on? I guess we can talk about what we're reading, right? Why not? We've been reading Mindset by Carol Dweck, talking about the different, they talk about growth and fixed mindset. The more and more I'm reading the book, I'm looking at it as like, not necessarily growth and fix, because that means that you couldn't grow and fix, but you need something fixed to grow. You picking up what I'm putting down? You see what I'm saying here? You know what I mean? Right? So I like to look at them as like fixed and malleable. But, malleable. It's a little adjustable, adaptable, a little changeable. It don't take too much, but it can do what it do. What? Lifeform? Oh my gosh. Yes, get your mat. Like for real, get a Lifeform mat. That's what I practice on. I be slipping and sliding otherwise. I be sweating like a whore in heat. I'm trying to tell you. I gotta keep that thing under control. So, yeah, we've been talking about mindset. We've been talking about fixed mindset or growth/malleable mindset. What it do, mind mogul? Come on, hit that link and come on, jump on in this Zoom room, my dude. We've been talking about fixed, and like I said, also like to call it malleable or mindset. We have those, we've been talking about that and ways to see them within the different aspects of our life, from like parenting, from business, from school to relationships, like interpersonal relationships. What's our main focus? Is it mainly fixed a certain way, things couldn't change? Or is it like, it's a little flexy, you can go this way, you can go that way, maybe it more so depends. But remember, each one has its own benefits. With fixed, you can build, you can store, you can develop, you can grow in a sense. And with the malleable, it's changing. Things come with stability and things come with change. Me as an air sign, I'm gonna let you know now. If you malleable all the way around, you ain't never gonna make a decision. You ain't never gonna make a decision. And I highly encourage you to step into the driver's seat of your life and start making decisions. Even the little ones like, what do I want to eat? Because that is building the body that you're using. That's building the brain. That's the roadmap for the mind. You feel where I'm going here? We have to actually contribute to each of these dimensions consciously for us to be conscious creators of our universe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. I'm just chat-chitting. And let's get with it. Hey, let's see, where did we leave off? Last week we were reading some questions. Ooh. All right, so last week's questions were getting pretty interesting. Last week's questions, we stopped off with, are mindsets permanent part of your makeup or can they change? We had mixed opinions. Some people said, nah, some things are fixed. They're not changing. And then some people was like, nah, I think everything can change. But I feel like the consensus was about 50-50, which leads to the next question. Can I be half and half? I recognize both mindsets in myself. Yeah, just like masculine and feminine energies, we have both. Find the balance in between it. We don't want to be all one way, all fixed. So then we're not able to move when we're like a tree that can't sway when the wind blows, we break. But then again, we kind of want to be strong enough to hold something up, to bear fruit. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? So we do got to be fixed in a sense. It's like find the balance that works for us. Then that led us to, with all your beliefs and effort, are you saying that when people fail, it's always their fault? They didn't try hard enough. Ooh, that right there. Hey, what up, Blue Bird? What it do? Man, your ass need to be in the Zoom room because I already know your feedback. We be having talks about growth, about community, about development, and that's all we talking about, growth mindset. Come on, hop on in the Zoom room. I like this question because with all your beliefs and effort, because we were talking last week about, it's more so about the effort that you're putting in. Even when it comes to my daughter, I'm talking about like the effort she puts in. I try to praise her for the effort, the ingenuity in thought, the diversity in thought, and how she applies that to whatever task she's doing. It can literally be, we're just going for a walk, and then she turns like the wood that frames one of those like flower beds in the middle of the street or something. I mean, in the middle of the sidewalk, she starts using that as a balance beam. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. Then she falls off, gets a little bit irritated, upset, tries to get back up, frustrated, couldn't hold her balance. And I'll hop in and start letting her know that you're not failing, you're learning. You're going through the process. Hey, what up, Star? What up, cuz? What it do? You're going through the process of learning, and it takes falling. A lot of times we can get, this is mindset right here. A lot of times we can get like put off to trying things over and over, or trying new things because we don't get it on the first try. And I'm seeing it with her. And I'm like, dang, I can recognize that in myself. And I'm like, let me applaud the effort because then she won't quit. Then she gets praised for how she's going about it. She gets praised for the effort she puts in it as opposed to the results. Like the results are great, but in life, we don't always get the things we want the way we see it in our head. Yeah, learning through failures. That's the only way to learn for real. Like, because it ain't a true failure until you give up. You still going. That's how I look at it. Process first. Yeah. Sit with it and see what's going on. See, that's why you gotta be in the Zoom room, man. We might have to. Come on now. I'm gonna hit you up. We're gonna have to connect. I know you out in Cali and whatnot. Let's see. Yeah, so I was talking about applauding the effort. And here's another thing. I like what she put about applauding the effort. No, it's true that effort is crucial. No one can succeed for long without it. But it's certainly not the only thing. People have different resources and opportunities. For example, people with money or rich parents have safety net. They can take more risks and keep moving longer until they succeed. People with easy access to good education, people with network and influential friends, people who know how to be in the right places at the right time, all stand a better chance of having their effort pay off. Rich, educated, connected effort works better. People with fewer resources, in spite of their best efforts, can be derailed so much more easily. The hometown plant you've worked in all your life is suddenly shuts down. Now what? Your child falls ill and plunges you into debt. There goes the house. Your spouse runs off with the nest egg and leaves you with the children and bills. Forget the night school classes. Before we judge, let's remember that effort isn't quite everything, and that all effort is not created equal. Now I like this one too, because I was just like praising effort, and now I'm going to the other side of it, because there is a point where we have to see if we're learning. Because if we're doing this, if we're putting out the same effort and not getting any results, then we're not learning from the energy, the effort that we're putting out. What up, Kiana? Welcome, welcome. And then we have to stop and reflect. Then it's like, okay, where did this plan go wrong? And I don't encourage doing it off the first time that you like get like a misfire. No, sit with it a few times. Sit with the process. Actually see your plan through so you can have an idea of how it works and where to adjust. If you start saying, oh, I don't think that this was important, and you cut it out early before the benefits of whatever practice you're doing kicks in, then it's like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Like faith, focus, and finish. Have faith in what you're doing. Focus on your goal, and no matter what, finish. We'll always have something to reflect on and a place to grow from. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Okay. I like this question better. I ain't like them questions, but I like this question. Question. What if I like my fixed mindset? If I know what my abilities and talents are, I know where I stand, and I know what to expect. Why should I give that up? Why should you give up the comfort? Why should you give up the familiar territory? That's a good question. Why would I give up a familiar territory? I would do that. So I could lose sight of the shore. So I can find new territory within myself, mentally, physically, energetically. That's why I would do that. But that's just me. What do I know, right? I'm just reading a book. I ain't even write the book. All right, let's see what Dr. Carol Dweck is talking about. If you like it, by all means, keep it. See, similar. Keep it. You like your mindset? That's fantastic. You're good at your growth rate? Awesome. I don't want to stop you. Just keep growing. Practice is progress. I'm all about stepping outside my comfort zone. Yeah, like that's where all the growth is. The stagnation or the reaffirming or the strengthening or the foundation building is within that fixed mindset. Like we were saying in the beginning, we can only really build from a fixed mindset. You're going to build a house on rock or you're going to build a house on sand, right? We've heard this metaphor before. What we trying to do for real? This book shows people that they have a choice by spelling out the two mindsets and the worlds they create. We can now see the roadmap of how we can kind of piece together the different mindsets so we can piece together the reality that we perceive. The point is that people can choose which world they want to inhabit. What? Did I just say that? The fixed mindset creates a feeling that you can really know the permanent truth about yourself. Permanent truth. That's interesting. What up, Bree? How it be? And this can be comforting. Yeah. Knowing that it's not going to change, knowing that it's always going to be a certain way. There is a hell of a level of comfort in that. You don't have to try for such and such because you don't have talent. You will surely succeed in thus and such because you have the talent. It's just important to be aware of the drawbacks of this mindset. This is important, knowing the drawbacks. All right, tell me more. You may be robbing yourself of an opportunity by underestimating your talent in the first area. Underrating our talent. Okay. All right. Or you may be undermining your chances of success in a second area by assuming that your talent alone will take you there. This is back to the hard work versus talent, but it's not versus talent, it's and talent, because it's about the consistency. It's about, oh, let me keep coming back to it. What do you learn each time you come back to it? Boom, samastiti. Next time I'm here. Dang, I've been here so many times. What's different now? Come on, tap in.
So I feel like, yeah, it's hard work for sure. Like work is not necessarily always like just comfort, like it's going out of your comfort, but it's also like you can also work joyfully. And yeah.
Yeah. I feel that you can work joyfully, because when I was at UPS, man, when I started off in the building, like I was doing the pick off, they wanted me to load the trucks. That wasn't my skill set. But y'all want me to sort some boxes, put the color to the color, and throw the box down in that jump with care, right? Them things flying. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be like Doc out this jump, all 8 arms flinging. Then I knew my strengths. I was like, all right, let's do that. And then after what was it, like, oh my gosh, how many years was that? Good Lord. 9 years? After 2 years of the pick off, 7.5 of driving, I was like, yeah, now we got to make some changes. We got to make some adjustments. We'll get into that, because it's going to lead into the next question. Oh, because I want to read that one. Yep, I don't have to read that. All right, here's the next question. That was a good one. All right, can everything about people be changed, and should people try to change everything? And should people try to change everything they can? So question 1, can everything about people be changed? And should people try to change everything they can? I don't agree everyone should try to change everything they can. I kind of like the UE motto, daggone it, I'm so in line with that. One healthy habit at a time. That's where I'm at with it. One thing, get good at that one thing, get consistent with that one thing, then add something else. Before the consistency's there, it ain't even a point of talking about anything else. What are we doing and why? Yeah, so, and should they try to change? And some things actually create us. Like, some things truly make us who we are. So I don't think we should try to change everything. Some things can bring us back to who we were before we had X, before we achieved Y. And that can be a better version of ourselves to move forward. Not to say we didn't learn any lessons or pick some stuff up, but that authenticity, that vulnerability, that, oh, I'm not the best at this. Maybe that's a more open and more beneficial person. What up, Brent? Welcome to the Zoom room. Let's see what Dr. Carol Dweck has to say. The growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be cultivated, but it doesn't tell you how much change is possible or how long change will take. And those are the 2 humongous questions. It doesn't tell you how much is possible or how long it will take, because it can be a little bit that takes a long time, or it can be a whole lot that just smacks you all at once. And then you're just like, yo, I'm overwhelmed does not describe how I am right now.
And that second thing can be disguised as the first thing. Because it's like, where did this all come from? It's like, that's actually been building up like for, millennia or whatever.
You didn't feel that over the past 2 years? You didn't feel that cooking? No, you didn't. Okay. Well, guess what? It's hot and ready. Here's your mitts. Oh, you don't have them. How's that heat? Get out the kitchen. Moon board. Um, I was once in a taxi. The driver had an opera on the radio. Thinking to start a conversation, I said, "Do you like opera?" "No," he replied. "I hate it. I've always hated it." "I don't mean to pry," I said, "but why are you listening to it?" He then told me how his father had been an opera buff, listening to his vintage records at every opportunity. My cab driver, now well in middle age, had tried for many years to cultivate a rapturous response to opera. Fair enough. He played the discs, he read the scores, all to no avail. "Give yourself a break," I advised him. "There are plenty of cultured and intelligent people who can't stand opera. Why don't you just consider yourself one of them?" Fair enough. The growth mindset also doesn't mean everything can be changed, should be changed. We all need to accept that we all need to accept some of our imperfections, especially the one that don't really harm our lives and the lives of others. The fixed mindset stands in the way of development and change. The growth mindset starting point for change, but people need to decide for themselves whether their efforts towards change would be most valuable. Would your efforts towards change be valuable? What up, Tanguru? Tanguru, oh, donk donk. Where we at? Yeah, so don't try to change everything. Like I said, one healthy habit at a time. Find something that works for you. Find something that you can grow with. Stick with that. Move forward through that. What's next? Are people with fixed mindsets simply lacking in self and confidence? Ooh. It's an air horn gun. Oh, hold up. I got. Maybe that would, like, I don't know. I'm on YouTube. Maybe they're not going to, community guidelines. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I'm learning slowly but surely. Please educate me if you all know. So I like that. Ooh. Are the fixed mindset people lacking in confidence? Let us see. Maybe they're too scared to grow.
Or maybe like they're not just in the right context and like don't feel safe to be vulnerable, and so they like portray a fixed mindset in certain situations.
Ooh,
And
they're not okay being vulnerable, you said. That sounds like lacking in confidence. Ooh, on a deeper level.
or they, I mean, it's just like you keep so closed off when like if someone's like about to like I don't know abuse you, you don't have to just open up to them or something. Like I'm just saying, like if someone's if like say like there's a teacher who said to a student, "Oh, you're a tryhard," like when they asked a question, it's like they're not going to ask the question to them anymore in that context, even though like they might just look it up like on their own. Like they could still have a growth mindset, just but like appear to be fixed because the context.
Yes, sir. I like this. I like this little crossroads here. Yeah, I like that. Because that's 100%. Oh, well, I'm
Yeah,
actually confident, but I'm just not gonna say it because there could be a bunch of reasons. It could even be like
right.
no reason to have this back and forth because we both understand that this is just a possibility, and it doesn't change like the general that we're speaking on. I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, a student told me that a teacher told them that like today. I was like, whoa, that's messed up.
Yeah, yo. Yeah. Man, I will say they pay educators a little way too less, way too little, but we gotta fix the
Hey,
education system to begin with.
I mean, you got to be in here for maybe other reasons or beyond just the.
I
Um,
mean, I think that is really one of the most important jobs we got, educating the future, because
yeah,
that is going to dictate the world we're in. Like, if
yeah,
kids growing up and they're not able to feel comfortable to be vulnerable and express stuff, we're going to have a hard world. It's going to be a bunch of this
hmm
and a bunch of shut off. Like, I'm just not going to say it. I'm going to do what I want, as opposed to having communication with somebody, like actual dialogue, having them tough conversations. Because a lot of business is relationships. And when we know how to deal with ourselves and work with ourselves, it's a lot easier working with other people, even those asshole people. I ain't saying we're going to work with them all, though. I definitely ain't saying
yeah.
that. All right. So I like that. I like the whole spiel, how she kind of touched on a deeper level. What up, Yogini, Mav, Maeve? What up, Tamisha? I like that she touched on a deeper level about lacking in self confidence. I want to see what I'm gonna unpack that. See what else she got inside this box of lack of confidence. How can we stop that confidence from leaving, from seeping out? Because when we think about it in our mind space, when we think about it in the mind space, we convince ourselves. That's why we told someone else. So why we think it's real? No! People with the fixed mindset can have just as much confidence as people with the growth mindset before anything happens, that is. But as you can imagine, their confidence is more fragile, since setbacks and even effort can undermine it. Hmm. So, no, they can be confident, but their confidence can be shot from hiccups and setbacks. That's one of the, when I say like they all have their pros and cons, that's one of the cons of the fix. One of the pros of the fix is that you got a solid foundation to build on. But like we said, that tree in the storm, fresh tech. What up, though? You trying to get your phone fixed? That's my guy. You trying to get your tech stuff done? That's my guy. Any of the hardware situations you got for the laptop, all that fun stuff, go and hit up Fresh Tech. He gonna get you together. And come on to the Zoom room, my dude. All right, let's see. Joseph Martocchio. We're gonna call him Joseph. Joseph conducted a study of employees who were taking a short computer training course. Half of the employees were put into the fixed mindset. He told them it was all a matter of how much ability they possessed. The other half was put into the growth mindset. He told them that computer skills could be developed through patience, through practice. Everyone steeped in these mindsets then proceeded with the course. Although the two groups started off with exactly equal confidence in their computer skills, by the end of the course, they looked quite different. Those in the growth mindset gained considerable confidence in their computer skills as they learned, despite many mistakes they inevitably made. But because of those mistakes, those with the fixed mindset actually lost confidence in their computer skills as they learned. The same thing happened with Berkeley students, Richard Robbins and Jennifer Powell's track students in the University of California at Berkeley. Over the years of college, they found that when students had the growth mindset, they gained confidence in themselves as they repeatedly met and mastered the challenge of university. However, when students had a fixed mindset, their confidence was eroded in the face of those same challenges. That's why people with a fixed mindset have to nurse their confidence and protect it. That's what John McEnroe excuses were for, to protect his confidence. Ooh, protecting our confidence.
Isn't it interesting how an educator could manipulate people into having a different type of mindset so easily to be able to conduct this study?
Ooh, you gotta unpack that, dude. You gotta unpack that.
Yeah, but just think, I mean, we just take it for granted. When you're reading that, but I mean, seriously, there's a lot of power in who we give power to, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that when you're being educated, there is a sort of this framework in place where you are able to be vulnerable and be open to be able to grow. And when someone misuses that trust or could manipulate that, I don't know. I think like there's probably something definitely to explore there. You can go on. I'm just thinking about it. I don't know.
That's why I was like, nah, they should be getting paid more. It should be a much more exalted job than it actually is.
There's a lot of responsibility in being an educator. And I mean, there's definitely, there's just a lot of power, a lot of responsibility in that.
A lot of power and responsibility. Like I said, you're literally grooming the future of our world. Like, come on.
And these were college students where this study was done, I'm guessing, right? So, I mean, these are not people who can be manipulated easily either, seemingly, you know?
Yeah, seemingly, allegedly, potentially.
So I don't know. But.
Oh, that's comedy. That's good. That's good. Yeah, 1,000%. Let's see. Now we got some principles to grow your mindset. What? That's the kind of note we need to be on. Hold up. Let me get the hands going for people on YouTube and Facebook. All right. So, grow your mindset. This is like a little special boxed in version. Don't mind the broke phone to hold my page. It's like a special boxed in version. People are born with the love of learning, but the fixed mindset can undo it. Think of a time when you were enjoying something, doing a crossword puzzle, playing a sport, learning a new dance, then it became hard and you wanted out. Maybe you suddenly felt tired, dizzy, bored, or hungry. Next time this happens, don't fool yourself. This is the fixed mindset. Put yourself in the growth mindset. Picture your brain forming new connections as you meet the challenge and keep growing. Keep going. I like that one. Because that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. Oh, let me plug this thing in. Charger done popped out. Bloop, bloop, blap. That's how it sounded in my head when it popped out. Bloop, bloop, blap. All right. Need a little more slack. There we go. And we back. Boom. All right. Yeah, I like that. Because that's exactly what happens. Whenever you're doing something, one thing, like when I'm getting ready to practice, a whole bunch of just things that I could have been doing before pop into my head. And it's time for me to like make a change. Hey, what up, Thomas? It's time for me to be like, okay, I'm picking at my toes in between poses. Trying to get lint off of my mat or stuff. Like, what are you doing, Jarek? Get focused. Because that's the mind telling you, nah, you're okay here. You've achieved enough. You don't need to do any more. That's fine. Nah, don't do that. You feel bored, lazy, tired. Use that that irritation to wrangle yourself back. Nah, you not distracting me from what I said I'm gonna do. Just like in the Sith meditation, come back to the breath, the posture, movement, and count it. How many times did you lose focus and bring yourself back? I love it. Next one, we got 3 bullet points in this thing. Is it 3 or is it anything on the back? Oh, there's 2 on the back, so we got 5. Right, Thomas? The focus. That's what it is for me. Focus. All right. Is there something in your past? Rewind. It's tempting to create a world in which we're perfect. Remember that feeling from grade school? We can choose partners, make friends, hire people that make us faultless, but think about it. Do you want to never grow? Next time you're tempted to surround yourself with worshipers, go to church. Ooh. In the rest of your life, seek constructive criticism. That was a bar, yo. That was a bar. That was a bar right there. Hopefully that resonated for you the way it resonated for me, because that was a bar. I'm going to read that last line again. Next time you're tempted to surround yourself with worshipers, go to church. In the rest of your life, seek constructive criticism. Bruh. Scene. Third one. I don't even think I need to. I mean, we need to crack that one open. Right? Right. Right. We there. We don't really need to crack that one open. Don't get around people who just gonna gas you up regardless of what you say. Notice the ones who are actually gonna be like, nah, I want to see you better. I see the greatness in you, and this isn't quite there yet. It's good, it's great, it's awesome, but you're amazing. Step below. Let's take this.
I mean, maybe that's part of the fixed mind state though, too. Just needing other people's
Validation for
validation. You know, so just to connect those things, I think that's part of, like, people get comfortable in a fixed mind state when they're getting the right kind of validation, then they don't get it, and then, you know, they kind of become toxic to other people's growth.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing, and definitely to themselves, but, you know.
Yeah, and they start putting themselves in an echo chamber, hearing the same things over and over, just reassuring them on the things that they believe, regardless of it being actually battle tested. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that one was pretty simple. Let's see. The third one. Is there something in your past that you think measured you? A test score, a dishonest or callous action, being fired from a job, being rejected. Focus on that thing. Feel all the emotions that go with it. Now put it in a growth mindset perspective. Look honestly at your role in it, but understand that it doesn't define your intelligence or personality. Instead, ask, what did I or can I learn from this experience? How can I use it for the basis of growth and carry that with you instead? I like that one. Look at it objectively. Flip it on its head. See it a different way. See yourself in it. Acknowledge it. Gotta acknowledge it. Kick it up a notch. All right. And carry that with you instead. I'm with it. All right, we got two more. I like this question. This is actually a question for y'all too. So drop it in the cheesy. If you on Zoom, we could chat after I read the little short paragraph. It's short. Okay. How do you act when you feel depressed? Go and put it in the cheesy. Go and prepare your answers. How do you act when you feel depressed? Do you work harder at things in your life, or do you let them go? Next time you feel low, put yourself in a growth mindset. Think about learning, challenge, confronting obstacles. Think about effort as a positive, constructive force, not a big drag. Try it out. So how y'all act when y'all depressed? Me, when I'm depressed, it might last a couple days. If I'm like actually in the slumps. Day one is just sitting in it and seeing the things that I don't like about it. Finding myself getting frustrated at the fact that I'm sitting on something that I want to act on. I sit with it. And then day two is kind of like straight up action. I filled myself to the brim of all I could bear with the procrastination. And then it's like, all right, it's time to move. Do X, Y, and Z. A little caveat. Hey, what up, Rashida?
How do you know it's depression, bro?
That's a funny one because depression. When I am depressed, it's depression. When I feel like I am shrinking back into myself like SpongeBob out of water, that's depression to me. It's not like, to me, I'm gonna tell you my belief, whatever y'all, it is what it is. To me, it's not like a chronic disease. It's not something that I catch. It's a mindset, and that's where it starts. That's why we're reading this book. And I feel like I think, and through experience, being able to shift our mindset, being able to shift my mindset has helped me tremendously deal with those depressed states and the things that I was feeling and wanted to do in those states and where, yeah. So how do you know it's depression? I don't like to use huge terms like that, but it's in the book, so I'm correlating them. If you feel down, you're a little bit depressed. Breathe a little bit, move, do something to, inflate yourself a little bit, inflate the lungs. There's also some chakra talk about this as well, because a lot of times when we're deflated, the love is out of us, the hope, the joy, it's all out of us. It's like a weight on the chest. And that's correlating with the heart chakra and the lungs. That's correlating with the green that we could talk about. And that's correlating with lung tissue in the breath. But y'all interested, go and send me a DM about that. I got something, we could dive into that. We can unpack that one. See what's inside. Erratic and stagnant, or starting everything. Yo, that's real. Erratic and stagnant is like doing a whole lot of nothing. I've been in that boat too. That was my initial. Just like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and I got all these things started, and none of them, like, the ball's not rolling on any of them. It's just literally just getting started, and that means that everything's gonna fall down. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with it, type thing. What up, Elizabeth? Welcome. Balances and imbalances in the chakras. Tells a lot. Yeah. Once we have that awareness of that self-development tool, it's powerful, yo. It's powerful. That mixed with the koshas, how the energy's flowing through you and which bodies it's going through. Yo, let's work. Let's get this last part. Is there something you've always wanted to do, but were afraid you weren't good at? This is a question. This is just a random question for everybody. Put something in the cheesy of something you wanted to do that you ain't never done before. I'm gonna think of something for me that I wanted to do, but I ain't never done before. Whew, that's a challenging one. I've been trying to make sure I do most of the things I want to do. All right. Let's make it business. Let's take it out of personal. Let's make it business. Having a virtual network of information for people to hop on, that they can find every type of information from wellness, every type of information from health, every type of information from holistic to medicinal. Like I don't know about big pharma too much, but
like
a little bit of that.
Yogipedia.
Yogapedia. Yes, the Yogapedia, kind of like that. It might even be an app. Who knows? But along those lines, that's where I'm at with it. That's what I'm rocking with. What else we got? Who else in the cheesy? Who else got something they wanted to do but haven't done? I'm the only one with something in the world. We got some people with the toppers. The toppers is not topping. They not fiery. That internal fire, the intensity of their spiritual practice, it ain't intense right now. It's real silent. Let me check the cheesy. Oh, we got some in the cheesy. Oh, no, we don't. That's the AI.
I always wanted to fly a plane. I haven't done that yet. I haven't started. But, it's around. I'm going to get to it.
I'm with that. I saw some, like, a 14-year-old kid getting his pilot's license and flying from, like, fucking, like, I don't know. It was like 3-4 states over at 14, but he can't get a driver's license. What? You gonna tell me you that savage? Like, oh, yeah, yo, people was playing with me, yo. Don't play with me like that. Man, they said I couldn't get a car. I can't drive a car. Like, I don't know how to drive a car. So I was like, man, after that, I'm about to just get my pilot's license and just fly a few towns over. Sir, I'm here for it.
That's also that's some privilege right there, man. To
That's
just
so
be able to
flat.
get away with that.
Where you get the airplane from? What? Where you get the airplane from to even learn how to? All right, I'm out here complaining about regular gas as a problem. We talking about jet fuel? What? It's a no for me, dog. At the current moment, but we're gonna see. Maybe someone just drops an airplane off in my backyard. It probably wouldn't fit, but we can make it work. If you want to, just hit me up. We can make it work, and I'm gonna figure it out. I'm with that. When you take your first flight, hit me up. I'm trying to ride. I'm shotgun seat. I got the
Oh, man.
Oxford. I got the Sniggities, all the snacks you can imagine. Like I got the brunch. I got the brunch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a good time.
Maybe not the maiden voyage,
for
but
real.
because it takes a while to get certified. You just for your own safety, you might not want to go on the first one. But
Yes.
when I'm licensed, for sure.
Yeah.
You should name your plane pre-roll.
I'm gonna have a whole pre-roll set, a plain pre-roll package. That's what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be packed in my back. What? You said you said you're ready to go. Over. Yeah, Roger that. I'm ready to go. We're taking off. Over. Oh.
Hey, Jared, don't confuse the parachute with your smoke bag, man. You be like, oh shit, wrong bag.
Now I'm gonna have both of them. Both of
We'll
them.
have to get one of those zero gravity planes going, you and me. That'll be like our thing, maybe.
Yo.
You get smoked up over California.
And then, they were saying they had like 45-second like weightlessness. Come on now. Do you know how crazy that is? 45 seconds of weightlessness? Ooh, I might start flying. I got lost in the don't think I can part. Architecture a luxury home. All right, I'm with that. Once you finish the blueprints, you can go and slide them this way because I feel like that joint gonna be fire. So just slide them this way. Maybe something comes of it. All right, I'm with that. That's some interesting things. I'm with that. There's some people dreaming out here. I like to hear people dreaming. People have goals. And it's one thing to have a dream, and it's another to go after it. I like the people going after it. We have something in common. We grow. It's awesome. All those hiccups, they don't stop us. They don't change our confidence. It's like, this just battle testing the confidence. Let me get a little bit more. I know I can overcome that now. All right, cool. What else? Try me. This is just gonna try me. It ain't gonna get me. It ain't gonna stop me either. With that being said, I am the Floating Yogi. This is the Floating Yogi's Book Club, brought to you by UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, where we're restructuring health and wellness in the community, one healthy habit at a time, bringing the power of healing and evolution back to the individual's hands. Monday night, we got the book club. Monday morning, we got Sunrise Flow with G. Tuesday, we got Lead Primary with me at 6 Eastern Standard, virtual. We have Elevated Yoga on Wednesday. We have Midday Mind Right on Thursday. We have restorative yoga this Thursday. Monday through Friday, you can catch me at Suga Center, Suga now. And Saturday is Float and Flow at 10:30, virtual. And Sunday is Elevated Yoga. So bring that ass. Let's get this growth. That's what it's all about. Growth mindset, baby. Peace and love, social media. Any questions, comments, hop in the Zoom room next time. We out there.